Hey guys, what's up? Nick here once again, and we are back on our series of Will It Run on the Steam Deck. In this episode, we are looking at Need for Speed Unbound, and later we will also be checking out Need for Speed Heat. These were both recommended from my viewers from the previous video, Mr. Ty R86, as well as Nas03. So thank you both so much for recommending that I would check out this game on the Steam Deck. I will say that before every one of these videos, I do a quick little test to verify if it does run, because again, the game doesn't even run at all. There's no point in me making a video because it's just not worth it and it's not good content and all the above, right? Now, I want to say something about Unbound before I jump into it, because I don't want to give anybody any false hope and I don't want to waste anybody's time here. Need for Speed Unbound at the moment, it launches, it does run on the Steam Deck. However, I cannot for the life of me figure out a way to change the in-game settings to get proper performance to give it a pass in saying that yes, it doesn't run on Steam Deck. So what I mean by that is when I get into the game, everything runs and it seems like it's working fine, but I get roughly 20 to 25 on average frames per second while riding in the game. And whenever I try to go into the settings to change anything, like the graphic settings to low or anything like that, it automatically crashes and gives me a DirectX 12 error. Now, I've spent the last hour off camera trying to figure this out by going into the system settings and changing some stuff and trying to download some files and stuff, trying to fix it based off what other people have said. But literally nobody on the internet apparently has had this exact issue. So this could be my copy. It could be my Steam Deck. I don't know. I'm going to put it with a grain of salt there. But I will say I'm running it at the native Proton experimental. Or the regular Proton, I guess I should say. I was trying it on this experimental version. That one didn't work as well. I've tried almost all of these. Nothing seemed to change. No matter which one I went with, it launched and it ran. It's just, if you try to go to the settings, the game crashes. So with that, let's launch into it and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I am using a Bluetooth controller. So if you're wondering, like, how is he moving the screen without using his hands? This is a fake video. No, it's just using a Bluetooth controller. So let's get into it. As you can see, it does try to launch the EA launcher, and I think that's where a lot of the issues are running into with this one. And if you go in the Steam store and you do purchase this game from the Steam Deck or for it specifically, it does say it is not recommended or basically not supported for the Steam Deck, and I can understand why. So as you can see, it boots up just fine. We're at the main menu here. Now the problem is, if I try to go to the settings by clicking the settings button, it will crash. I'm not even going to attempt that. But I can go through here. It looks fine. We're at a steady 40. I don't think I've set any settings here. Nope. It's at a cap of 60. I don't have anything running, so we're getting a steady 40 pretty much. We're gonna go to continue, and we are in the game. So before I get into the driving section here, I do want to state that by default, this was launching at 4K resolution because I normally play this on my main gaming PC, which is a 4K monitor. And again, I couldn't go into the settings to change that, to change the resolution to what the size of the Steam Deck is. And so the only way I was able to do that was to go into the game files and use a notepad program, go in there and edit the settings essentially to turn the 4K resolution down to 1280 by 720. So that's what we're seeing here is technically 720p. I'm just going to drive around for a minute and kind of give you guys a feel of what it looks like and how it plays. But already, as you can see, it's relatively unplayable. I mean, sometimes I do hit 30 frames a second, but on average, I'd say it's between 20 and 25. So sadly, at this moment of time, clearly I would say it's not playable on the Steam Deck. And for some reason, we're getting a black screen. I've actually never had this happen yet. I don't know what happened, actually. Wow, I think the Steam Deck actually crashed. So that should tell you right there that, yeah, the Steam Deck is not going to run Need for Speed Unbound, at least at the moment. But so that this video isn't a total bust, we are going to try Need for Speed Heat as well. I did download that. So hopefully, we're going to cross our fingers, we will get better luck with that one. Okay, so we have rebooted. We are launching Need for Speed Heat. I don't think I'm running this at anything special. Let me just verify that. So, yep, game resolution default. And compatibility mode is turned off. So this is going to be just straight out of the box, first time booting it up on the Steam Deck. Let's see how it goes. So same thing as before, if the EA launcher pops up, you have to use a touchscreen, which I absolutely hate doing because I hate smudges, but it is what it is.
5 hours later.
All right, so looks like we got it in. Let's boot it up here. So you guys didn't see it because I fast forwarded it or deleted it, whatever it was. But that took literally like 25 minutes. I'm not even kidding you. So first time boot up for Need for Speed Heat takes a long time. I don't know why. EA games, man, what can I say? So I'm gonna play solo because I don't care about online mode. So the good thing is actually we're getting above 30 right now. I don't even know what settings we're playing at right now. It could be high settings. So let's see if it'll crash by going into the settings like it did with the previous game. Where is it? All right, sweet. Graphics, full screen. We're at full resolution, so 1280 by 800. Graphic quality is on auto. I'm just gonna put it on low, and let's see what happens. This is low settings at a frame cap of 60. So honestly, this is 100% playable. This is actually really good. This is 100% playable. But like I stated in my Forza video, I like to test out a few different options here. So we're gonna switch this to 40 hertz, and we're gonna leave it at a cap of 40 frames a second. Because to me, this feels just as smooth as 60. I know that's not the same case for everybody, so if that's not the case, don't do this. But I like to try this out just to see how it runs and if we can get a constant 40 frames. And so far, it doesn't look to be the case. We are dropping below 30 or 40, sorry, which is a bummer. Well, at least for a second there we were. Maybe not. Maybe that was just for the initial switching over. Okay, there was a little drop there. But nothing that I noticed. Like if I wasn't, you know, keeping my eyes peeled on the frames per second counter, I wouldn't have noticed that. I'm not seeing any, like, you know, graphical hangups or lag. And the game hasn't crashed yet or crashed my Steam Deck, so there is that. But this looks smooth. I mean, I could play this. I would definitely play this at 40 frames, no problem. So I would consider that a pass for 40. Let's do 60 at a frame rate of 30. Now, a lot of people like to see that. So now we're at 30. Yeah, again, this is 100% playable. I am more than happy to give this game a pass. For yes, it will run on the Steam Deck. Man, it's just such a shame with Unbound because I actually really enjoy the game. I've been really having a lot of fun with it. That's just a big bummer that it, at the moment, you know, out of the box, you can't really play it on the Steam Deck. At least I couldn't figure it out. Now, if you have Unbound and you have a Steam Deck and you have gotten it to work somehow, please let everybody and myself know in the comment section below. Give us a tutorial. I don't care. Shout out yourself. If you have a video on your channel that shows how to do it, please let us know, because I really want to get it working myself. But yeah, this is running beautifully. All right, so for the fun stuff, like we did with the Forza video, let's try it at different graphic settings. So let's try medium. Jesus. Let's see if it's still, we get a steady 30. Now, normally I would probably go back and try the 40 frames a second, and then I would try it with no cap or whatever. But based on how the game was running off the bat at below 50 frames a second, there's no reason to do that. So what I'm going to do is see at each graphic setting, will it run at a steady 30? Because obviously that's still playable, especially on a handheld. And the game still looks great. Even on low, it still looked good to me. I don't know about you guys, but it didn't look bad. So far, medium specs, I'm not really seeing any dips below 30. Now, definitely, I probably could see some dips below 40 if we were on the 40 frames, but this seems to be playable. All right. So I would give medium specs a go. Definitely playable. Let's try high. Is there ultra? There is ultra. Okay, we're gonna try high and then we'll try ultra as well. This is on high specs. Wow. Still running at a constant 30. And just a refresher, we are running at the native Steam Deck resolution, which is the 1200 by 800, I believe, or 1280 by 800. I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head for some reason, but it's above 720p. Let's just put it at that. Wow. So yeah, I would definitely give this a pass at high as well. I was not expected to say that. I'm not gonna lie. I was going to say, okay, keep it on medium or lower, but no, this is running great. I haven't even seen one dip below 30. All right, so for the last but not least, ultra. Here we go. No way. Oh, okay, there we go. A little bit of dip there, but this is still insanely impressive. We're running at ultra specs right now. Full resolution. And I may be seeing like one dip below 30 every maybe 15 seconds. Not even. I gotta say, the map, though, for Need for Speed Heat is so much prettier than Unbound's. And I know that has to do with because it takes place in Miami versus Unbound is Chicago, I think. But holy moly, yeah, this is amazing. So yeah, running at ultra specs, guys. Ultra. 30 FPS cap, no problem. Shit. Yep, we're still good. So yeah, clearly this game runs great. Even though I think even this one states it's unsupported by Steam. But clearly Need for Speed Heat is a go. 100% yes. Buy it, play it on the Steam Deck, use any settings you want. No issues whatsoever as long as you keep an FPS cap of 30. Now, if you're like me, I prefer more FPS over better visuals. So me personally, I probably would just play it at low on a 40 hertz display, mainly because it looks a little smoother for me. And to be completely honest with you, on this small of a display, I don't really notice much difference going from low to... I'd say I did notice a big difference from high to low, but going from low to medium, not much of a difference there. And I could easily play this on low settings. So that's what I would recommend is low, and then make sure you're running it at a 40 hertz with a limit of 40 frames a second. But if you like more detail over performance, then I would leave it at a frame rate of 30, 60 hertz with a graphics on. Honestly, you could run it at ultra apparently, but maybe high would be the limit I would go to. So that is it for this episode of Will It Run on Steam Deck, looking at Need for Speed Unbound and Need for Speed Heat. Sadly, Unbound was a huge bust. I would not recommend it, at least at this point in time, but at least we got Need for Speed Heat ready and running, and I love this game. I still come back to it and play it from time to time, so again, highly recommended checking it out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Once again, leave a comment in the comment section below if you would like to be featured in a future video, essentially giving me a suggestion for a game you would like me to test out on the Steam Deck for a future video. So with that, leave a like, share, support as always. It truly helps. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. Peace out. Hey guys, Nick here once again, and I just wanted to pop into the very end of the video to give a special shout out to my channel members. If you don't know what a channel member is, essentially these wonderful people are using their hard-earned money to help keep the channel alive. So That's why I want to give a huge shout out to these guys because they're amazing. And if you want to become a member yourself, you can do it as easily just by clicking on the little join button below every single one of my uploads, or just by going to my channel. There is 4 different tiers depending on how much you would like to support each month, and you can join for as little as $2 a month. And trust me, even if it's $2, it helps a ton, and it adds up at the end of the month so that I can get more games for you guys to review or make retrospective videos on, or to buy new technology such as new computer parts, or really anything to keep the channel afloat and to make more content for you guys. So with that, thank you so much to Thrasher the Black Stallion, Vinny Severiman, Bacon Spaceman, my wife Way Lady, and Hull Healers Boat World. You guys are all amazing, and thank you so much for all the wonderful support. This channel is just growing and growing every single day, and I can't wait to see where this channel leads us. So with that, have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Peace.